One of my favorite accounts as a teacher who's retiring early at 45 is the Roth IRA. In this video, I'm going to explain what a Roth IRA is, its pros and cons, how to open one, and my returns so far for investing and maxing out my Roth IRA out for every year for 7 years. A Roth IRA is an incredible post-tax retirement account. Unlike the 401k and the 403b, the Roth IRA is funded with money that's already been taxed, meaning money that you've already paid income tax on. For example, when my paycheck hits my checkings account, I send over money to my Roth IRA, and that's money that's already been taxed. The amazing thing is what happens next. Your investments grow 100% tax-free after you're 49 and a half and have had the Roth IRA for at least 5 years. That's a huge benefit, especially because I expect to be in a higher tax bracket when I do retire. The Roth IRA is so goated that the government only lets you invest $7,000 a year if you're under 50 or $8,000 a year if you're over 50 in 2025. Compared to the 401k, 403b, 457b, the maximum contribution limit is $23,500. Just remember, the Roth IRA is an account that you sign up on your own. It's a private investing account, whereas the 401k, 457b, or 403b is employee sponsored. So you can open a Roth IRA on your own without your employer. Opening a Roth IRA is pretty simple. You can open it online. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and you can open it with one of these reputable brokerages such as Charles Schwab, Fidelity, or Vanguard. Once you open the account, you want to connect your bank to it. Then you're going to transfer money over. But be careful, just because you have money in your Roth IRA does not mean you're invested. You actually have to buy an investment. So for beginners, typically they want to buy ETFs or index funds. They're just basically a basket of stocks. So some ETFs and index funds you should look into are the Total Stock Market Index Fund, the International Index Funds, and some bond index funds. Just a side note, you can invest in your Roth IRA and a 403b or a 401k at the same time. They're separate. Depending when you're watching this video, for 2025, the last day to contribute to your Roth IRA is actually next year in April 15, 2026. And you can start to invest in your 2026 Roth IRA on January 1st, 2026. So just remember, the deadline to contribute to the Roth IRA is the following year on April 15th. So you kind of have a year and 4.5 months to contribute and max out your Roth IRA. Also, heads up, for 2026, it's projected that the Roth IRA will increase its contribution limits from $7,000 to $7,500. And for those who are over 50, it'll increase from $8,000 to $8,500. It's really a way to keep up with inflation. All right, let's go over some pros and cons of the Roth IRA. The first advantage of the Roth IRA is that your contributions and the interest grows tax-free. Remember, the money that you fund your Roth IRA with is post-tax. The money's already been taxed, for example, from your paycheck. And your principal and the money that has grown will be tax-free when you withdraw when you're 59 and a half or older. The second benefit is that the Roth IRA is great for those who are in a lower tax bracket. So look at your federal taxes. You might be in the 10%, 15%, or 22%. So you're paying low taxes now, funding that money, and later you don't get taxed on it. Another advantage too, you have way more options in the Roth IRA in terms of investments versus a 403b and 401k is really limited because your employer is the one partnering with the vendor. Whereas if you open one with Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab, you have a bunch of stock options, ETFs, index funds, REITs, bonds, all that. And if you want me to make a video on the different types of investments, let me know. All right, let's talk about some cons. So a con of the Roth IRA is that there are income limits. For example, in 2025, if you're filing single, if you make more than $165,000, you cannot contribute to the Roth IRA directly. But there are some loopholes, and if you want me to make a video, it's called Backdoor Roth IRA, and now there's even a mega backdoor Roth IRA. Just let me know in the comments. Also, if you're married and you're filing jointly and make more than $246,000 together, you cannot directly contribute to a Roth IRA either. But again, there are backdoor Roth IRA loopholes. Another con of the Roth IRA is that you don't get tax deductions now. So how do you prioritize when do I fund my Roth IRA, which is a post-tax account, and when do I fund a pre-tax retirement account like the 401k, the 403b? Really, it comes down to you and your decision. You have to decide, do you want to pay taxes now or do you want to pay taxes later? Let's look at an example. Let's say in your 401k or 403b, you put in $5,000 and over 20 years, it compounds to $200,000. You don't pay taxes on the $5,000 today, but when you retire, withdraw, that $200,000 is taxable. But if you put that $5,000 in a Roth IRA that's already been taxed, and in 20 years it grows to $200,000, all of that growth is tax-free, and you don't have to pay taxes on it when you're 59 and a half or older and withdraw, at least for 5 years. Again, you want to decide, do you want to pay taxes now or do you want to pay taxes later? And if you're not sure, make sure to consult with a financial advisor. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial or tax advice. This is educational only. Okay, now on to the exciting part, my returns. So you're probably wondering, Davi, how are you going to retire at 45 when you can only touch your Roth IRA at 59 and a half? So I have my 457B retirement account and my brokerage account that's going to help me bridge when I retire at 45 all the way to 59 and a half. With the 457B and the brokerage account, I don't have to have a certain age limit to withdraw, but I will pay taxes on those withdrawals, but I won't pay a penalty. Okay, so looking at my Roth IRA journey, I started investing in 2020 and I've maxed it out ever since. In 2019, $6,000, 2020, $6,000. You'll see the table, I'll put one up right here. And the math is kind of odd, but my contributions have been anywhere from $46,000 to $49,000. So that's the principal, the money I put in. And over the last, 6 years? Within the last 7 years, I've contributed, I've had a gains of 69.31%. And that's wild. And that's me mostly just investing into index funds. And if you want to see exactly what I'm investing in, my investment portfolio, you can check it out for free on this app called Blossom. It's a social investing app. All right, y'all, to summarize, the Roth IRA is a post-tax retirement account that you can open today without your employer. It's a private retirement account. You're going to open it on a reputable brokerage such as Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab. Check it out. SoFi and Ally have their own too. And you're going to transfer money by connecting your bank. And remember, you're not invested yet. You have to buy an investment. So you should look into index funds, ETFs, broadly diversified, low-cost index fund or ETF, and start there. And just start little. You want to get into the habit of investing. Most people are scared because they have misconceptions like they have to have $1,000 to start. But now there are things called fractional shares where, let's say an ETF or index fund costs $400, but you don't have $400. Let's say you have $25. You can still buy $25 worth of that ETF or index fund and still be invested. So there's no excuses. I've learned the hard way. You need to get started and just learn as you go. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching Yacht Pack. I'm rooting for you always. Bye.